Good day, everyone. John Jackson here. Man, something really spectacular is happening on Comfort Farms right now with regards to our seeds. And a couple of months ago, I went to visit my friend David Shields and the folks from the Carolina Gold Foundation. And I was gifted one of only two varieties of rice that's grown in the world. You have Oryza sativa, which is the Asian rice that pretty much over 90% of the world knows, and then you have Oryza Glaberrima, and Oryza Glaberrima is really an unknown rice that is uniquely African. It's indigenous to Africa. It's not a wild rice. No, it's been domesticated by Africans for over 3,500 years. That's absolutely amazing, the domestication of this rice. The cool thing about Oryza Glaberrima is that it grows. It doesn't need patties to grow. It literally grows in dirt, our clay soils down here in Georgia, sandy loam soils. It's extremely drought resistant. You're not going to get as much of a yield as you would with Oryza sativa. The planters in South Carolina with Carolina Gold, they use that because, you know, it's a japonica off the sativa line. I mean, they yield more. But as seed savers and as our indigenous ancestors would do, in order to get a high yield, we would have to save for them. We would have to annotate that and look for the seeds that produce more and do good record keeping. I am privileged and honored to have Oryza Glaberrima here at Comfort Farms and to steward these seeds that have been literally transferred from centuries to finally find their way here in the Americas and growing right here on Comfort Farms. So with that, I'm going to show you what we have. Let me turn this camera around. So what you see here is our rice stand. Doesn't look like much, just regular. I got beds that I have here. We have several different successions. We have this one right here was started in January 26, Oryza Glaberrima, and we have the succession. It is P602635, and then we have here, which caught our eye today. It's starting to seed now, and this literally, we're growing rice in the ground because that's what Oryza Glaberrima is. It was cultivated by our indigenous ancestors in Africa to grow in the ground. You can use regular drip. We have our overhead sprinklers that are doing fine. As you can see, this one is starting to head out here, this one right here is a session 636846, and it started in March 8, 22. So we can see we have a few different types that we have in here. They're all heading out differently because different cultures, and a lot of people don't understand this. There's over 3,000 different tribes in Africa. 3,000 different tribes. There are only 5,000 different tribes in the whole entire world. Approximately 550 Native American tribes in the Americas. And you have 3,000 tribes in Africa alone. And we're talking different genetic diversity. The largest in the world. And with that, these cultures branded their own rice, Oryza Glaberrima. We don't hear about it because, you know, Asian rice is the dominant. And we always think that that Asia had, you know, is the rice culture. But what we forget is that captive Africans were brought from Africa to the Americas for rice cultivation. The Oryza sativa, the Asian rice, is what they cultivate even in Africa and they send to the market. But this is the rice, Oryza Glaberrima. This is the rice that they use in their own homes. This rice is extremely nutritious. If you are familiar with Jollof rice, the Jollof people from the Niger Delta, this is the rice that they grew. And this is what Jollof rice was made out of. There were so many different other types of dishes that were created out of this rice that have a lot of Spanish influence and all those things like that. And this is what we're going to be focusing on as we teach, save seeds, and eat. So thank you guys for always, you know, following our journey. This is big news for Comfort Farms and also for, you know, future farmers who are looking to grow what's in their DNA. You know, to be able to grow a rice crop like this in Georgia with using nothing but dirt. We're looking at huge economic impact and also subsistence. You know, this rice is drought tolerant and resistant. Obviously, it doesn't require water, and it's pest resistant too. There's so many qualities of this rice, and it's one of the reasons why we should always strive our best to save ancient grains. I wish I could get a better close-up for you guys on this, but the light is not cooperating with me right now. But that's Oryza Glaberrima making its entrance into the world on Comfort Farms. All right, thank you guys.